from the bottom up.
We've all been through some things, and I always felt that we should all connect.
I was a black market underground silicone injector.
I was pulled over, and the guy gave me 7 tickets.
I was married, he was married, and we started having an affair.
I'd never heard that story.
That's because you be too busy talking. It was.
Did you stop freaking out? Did you shoot somebody?
So I shoot a warning shot in the air. He just kind of laughed and did like this. I have another friend of mine. You know, she's been through her own trial.
I've been taking care of you more than half your freaking life, Sarah.
Yeah, you have. I'm coming out of the Dane County Jail. You got here yesterday.
Yeah.
What'd you do, just kind of chill out?
As soon as I got here, I was like, it's time to work.
Well, you know, I'm here in Atlanta, and I'm so happy to have a friend like Christine Beatty.
When'd you come home?
Went in August 4th and came out October 14th.
Oh my God, so you just came home.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. I was in that same spot, so I get it. I know being away from the kids had to just be
Girl,
tough.
I broke down, like after the first month, I kind of like had this breakdown where I just cried. Like I just, you know, that sob, that deep sob, like why did I end up here? Like what happened? You know, where did I go wrong? I just couldn't believe that I was really at that point in my life where I was, you know, incarcerated. I was locked up.
And what happened? Because I know we've never talked about the full thing. How did you end up having to go to jail?
Yeah, me and my husband got into it, but you know, we've been married for 18 years, so we know what pushed each other's buttons and lost control a little bit. And I ended up in jail. Woke up like, dang, really? With the orange on.
It was like a domestic violence case.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that actually, like I said, it opened my eyes. Like, what's really important? You know, you can be in the entertainment business, you can have your job and be successful and all that, but really what matters in the end is your family.
Listening to Sarah really, really takes me back and reminds me of my own situation with my family. I hope that she's able to take everything and make the right decisions for herself and her family. Just to kind of share something with you, my ex-husband and I became great friends. We co-parent and all of that. So if in fact there's a point where you feel like, you know what, this is probably not the best thing for me, you know, if you're not happy emotionally, because staying for the kids is great, but at the end of the day, Sarah has to be okay.
Right.
You have a son in college. You have 2 beautiful daughters. Be proud of what you've accomplished through everything that you've been through. Nobody can take that away from you, not one soul. Whatever's out there, whatever life has taken us through, they can't take away the successes and the things that you've accomplished, Sarah. That's what I need you to know. Give me some hugs and love. Look, before I finish making your meal.
Talking to Christine, oh my gosh, it was like the best thing ever. It just feels so good to be able to talk to someone that understands me.
Hi, going on a date tonight.
Yeah, well, that's what the
Get 'em, girl,
is all
boss.
about. You got them from Pat Leather World, girl, on the West End.
$3.99.
I'm just thankful that I have real friends that love and support me and get me and are just able to keep me focused and let me know what's important.
You know, I've been going and meeting the ladies and all this good stuff. And then I go to this lunch and then I have it out, like with one of the girls.
Did you stop freaking out? Did you shoot somebody?
She's the only person that I knew of all the ladies. It's hard to explain because I don't know how to even take her right now because I thought she was just realer than how she came across at the lunch. When I sat down at that table, I thought Stacy was the only friend that I had at that table. And when I got up, I said, okay, you know what? I'm dinosauring your ass. I know you existed, but bitch, to me, you extinct.
Do you think she does not like you?
A lot of times when people repeat something over and over, like, you don't know me, that's really them projecting. No, you really don't know me. And you think you do. You want us all to open up. You want us all to tell our story. And then you want to be fraud. And then Christine was saying that she wanted to introduce us to this young lady, Sara Stokes, who was in Making the Band. And she just had, she was locked up for like some type of domestic dispute with her husband and like stabbed him a few times. Yeah. Well, you know, I can't pass no judgment because she... No, but because I like the other ladies, I definitely want to get to know them better. I definitely want to know what their story is. I want to meet Sarah. But I think I'm kind of cool on stage.
Coming up on From the Bottom Up.
How many pay step do you guys have in total right now?
None.
Yep, okay, great.
You never really want to reveal yourself or who you really are. That's what I wanted to say to you. After just really confiding in my girlfriends and just doing some soul searching and some thinking, I said, I want to try this again. I really want to just try to go and talk to Stacy and be like, girl, what's the deal? Like, you doing things for show and you will get shown out on for show.
She tries to say that I'm pretentious. I am a bit pretentious, but who cares? I show up at a meeting with a black, very nice leather dress. That's the way I go to meetings. I don't wear flip-flops and tank tops, dirty sneakers and t-shirts. I just don't. Are you hungry? I'm hungry.
Not really. I'm just tired.
You can see my knees.
Girl, bye. It is just, honestly, always about Stacy.
You
First
see
of all,
no, you
this
see
is why
my
I don't,
knees?
Stacy, this is why I don't meet
You
you.
see, no, look.
Stop.
No,
I'm not
look,
gonna talk
look
about
at
your
my
knees.
knees.
That's so annoying.
Why don't y'all want to talk about my damn knees?
Because
they're my
that's
knees.
annoying.
If I have
It's
an
just-
insecurity with them, you should be able to talk about
Anyway, you should have some sweatpants on anyway. I thought you were having me meet you here because you wanted me to get my input on your event.
I got a lot to do. I have meetings, honey.
Okay.
I have meetings. I'm a businesswoman building a business, and I don't do it in sweatpants.
Stacey,
I do it in nice
This is why I do not
black
meet you
dresses.
out. This is why I don't come to your events because it's always I put on for my city with you. This is the problem. That's why I stay at home. I really went into this lunch wanting to have a conversation with someone that I thought was my girl.
I said, oh my God, look at my knees, because I know.
Why are you saying look at your knees?
Because to me, let me finish.
You put your finger in my face one more time, they're gonna be calling you something, Thumbelina.
A communication is when someone gives and someone receives and not disregard it as if, because I'm not going to disregard anybody.
Can we start over? Because I think that it's going in a different
now
direction.
I have to express myself, and that I will do. I think that sometimes people think because I graduated from Spelman that I won't go there. Okay, so you can't cut me off.
But once again, I'm not trying to cut you off, but I'm just trying to
We can
really
when I
talk
finish
to you.
expressing
When
myself.
I try to talk to you, I feel like everything is rehearsed with you. I feel like when you ask me a question or you ask anybody else a question, it's an interrogation. And I don't do interrogations with my friends. That's what I came to say to you. You want to get a real moment from me, then you give me a real moment. When you were about to get into a real moment, you cut yourself off. Oh no, wait, we're gonna get back to what happened. That's some fake shit to me. And I think it's just a cover up because you never really want to reveal yourself or who you really are. You don't never really want to do that. When you start to, you pull back and go on some bullshit about your needs. That's what I wanted to say to you. Now, I'm done.
I think I decided what I wanted to eat. Last time I was here, I had this really good seafood cob, and I think I'm gonna get that.
Coming up on From the Bottom Up.
What do the two of you have in common?
We had to leave our kids and go to prison for a while.
How long was Mom gone?
15 months.
I wanted to apologize.
You were being mean, girl. You were coming in with a dig. I promise I'm gonna pull back that bang and expose that other face you have on there with your two-faced today.
Christine and I both have daughters. I thought it would just be good for us to be able to take the girls and us sit down and go have a session with a therapist.
Well, hello, everyone. Hi. Why are you here today?
Major circumstances happened in each of our lives. You know, discussing maybe you giving us ways in which we can support each other. The hardest thing is thinking of what it did or potentially the effect it had, and maybe even long-term would have on my children.
What do the two of you have in common?
We had to leave our kids and go to prison for a while. That's one thing we have in common. And we're back and we're trying to get our lives back on track.
My daughters were pretty young when I went to jail. I've always been attached at the hip to my daughters from the day they were born.
What is your understanding of why Mom was gone?
I just remember the first time, like when they sat me and Lauren down at my grandma's house and they were like, your mom's gonna have to go away for a long time. But but when you come back, we can get a puppy. So that's what I just was happy. I'm like, okay. It didn't really dawn on me that she was leaving until that day that she left.
How long was Mom gone?
15 months.
How do you feel about her being gone?
It was sad because I used to always talk to her because I was living with my grandma, and then we just started arguing. So I used to always call her to come get me. And so when I couldn't do that, it just got worse.
The first day she left might have been one of the hardest too. Woke up like any other day, and I just was holding on to her leg. I didn't want her to go. My dad was trying to hold me back. I was gonna get in the car with her somehow.
So you were real close to Mom. Where are you with that in terms of being able to forgive Mom?
Like, most times when you forgive somebody, it's because you did something to them. She didn't do anything to me. She didn't hurt me. I know she left, but I mean, I've always felt the same way about her. I always respected her.
When you do something wrong and it blows up in your face, the amount of guilt that you feel for playing a part in something like that and destroying people's lives is insurmountable.
Hello?
Hey, it's crazy that I'm sitting here in this place in Atlanta, away from Detroit, all because of one mistake.
Yeah, it can get turned upside down in an instant.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm sorry, like, how do I not have a job? You know, it's like, I'm sorry, my whole life I've been
working since you were 14.
I know, but it's just like, how does that happen? You know, I guess it can happen to anybody. It's been hell, you know, having to figure out every other day where income is coming from for my family. You know, it's been interesting having this group of ladies that I have here now, you know, getting to know their stories, and everybody kind of has their own struggle. You know, everybody's in a different space. For me, just being able to start my path of, hey, can I use this struggle, you know, to benefit somebody else has been really good for me.
You know, I think it's important for you to know that one of the reasons that, you know, everybody has stood around you and loved you and supported you is because you have always been someone who has given and shared and gone above and beyond.
Oh, now you're gonna make me cry. We've been in Atlanta for the last 4.5 years, and it's been great as far as starting a new beginning, but it's been a struggle to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing, where my life is going next, and professionally, who I really am, because that identity was pretty much torn to shreds.
Hello, Ms. Johnson.
Hi, yes.
Hi, I'm Christine Beatty. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Christine. Thanks for coming out.
Yes, thank you so much for giving me some time today. I appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
I started consulting. I had 2 consulting contracts at the time. I worked with an IT company and a law firm.
So we're glad that you came out and interested in seeing what you have to offer.
I was the chief of staff in the city of Detroit. I kind of did my own consulting thing in Atlanta. You know, as you know, working for yourself sometimes it's tough, you know, because it's all about what business you bring in.
Once those 2 contracts fell off and, you know, money started to dry up, it just got tighter and tighter.
Well, you may not know that we are 100% volunteer run.
How many paid staff do you guys have in total right now?
None.
Yep, okay, great.
Process of trying to find new income and people who are willing to set aside the past and give me the opportunity to move forward. It's been tough.
Well, I would love to maybe do some things for you guys, all love in the beginning too. And then if you like my work, then that's a way maybe, you know, later on we can do some things.
That's a good deal. We welcome any and all support that we can get.
Oh, great, okay.
Coming up on From the Bottom Up.
I want to apologize for inviting you guys to share your stories. Because Ms. Stahl told me that I shouldn't have invited strangers to the table.
That's not what I said. See, that's what I'm not gonna do. You're not gonna do the bullshit with me for real. Like, I can't take that.
I thought it'd be really nice to get all the ladies together and introduce them to Sarah, have everybody kind of just relax for a little bit.
I thank y'all coming to celebrate her. She's here, she just got to Atlanta.
Absolutely, that's so exciting.
Yay, we are so glad to have you in Atlanta. And see, she missed our story share, so y'all have to remember.
Oh.
We went to lunch, and everybody kind of shared stories.
I want to apologize for inviting you guys to share your stories. Because Cristal told me that I shouldn't have invited strangers to the table.
That's not what
That's what you said. You said I shouldn't have invited. You said, Christine, it was okay. But when I brought Kim to the table, I didn't preface that you were going to be sharing your story with people you didn't know.
Stacy, I promise I'm gonna pull back that bang and expose that other face you have on there with your two-faced ass.
You're asking people to open up, and I don't want to be.
I wasn't asking people to open up.
I don't want to have another train wreck with asking people to tell their story.
No, that's not what I was saying. So the foursome who happened to be at the lunch, can we do our re-lunch conversation maybe at a later date? Since Sarah's new, she didn't really have the full benefit of everything that went on. Let her tell her story, and then we'll go. Let the conversation evolve.
Please tell me what happened. They'll tell you. I love to hear stories. Yes. My kids were just so crazy about you, and me too. And you don't look like you've gone through anything. I must say, you look really good, girl. You do.
It's been nothing but struggle after struggle, and having to basically barrel through it head on. I was real happy that I was trying to tell my story and get my stuff out, but then Stacy and Cristal was just freaking about to start an argument.
Y'all still talking about the lunch? Let's go and talk about it.
I just feel uncomfortable.
Okay, come on.
I was telling her how I felt.
I can tell Stacy how I feel too,
but I just want to make something very clear, and she maybe misunderstood how I approached her about it. I didn't say bringing these strangers, or if I said that, I didn't mean it like that. I was just saying.
No. What you said was, you said I brought Christine, and you knew Christine because I'd introduced you. You said, but I'm not saying what you meant, because honestly, I understand when we say things and we may mean something else. So I'm not holding you like to this.
I mean, understand that. Why was that your statement to them?
Because I wanted to apologize. I wanted to really apologize.
But don't say to them to put that brick wall up, because I think
because I don't know what. Hold on. Because I don't know what they were thinking. Because honestly, if I brought you to the table and then you said the first thing you said to me was, I don't need a support group. And honestly, when you said that, I was like, God, I really thought I was doing something good. And my mind went into, damn, maybe I shouldn't have. And you knew you were coming to meet these girls. So then I felt like, well, dang, I thought I was doing something good by bringing them together. But the first thing she says is, well, I don't need a support group. And I thought,
that's what I said. See, that's what I'm not gonna do. You're not gonna do the bullshit with me for real. Like, I can't take that. Because I'm gonna be very honest and very clear about what I said and what I didn't say. You were being mean, girl. You were coming in with the digs.
I don't understand why I'm always being attacked, especially by women who don't even know me.
You're quick to jump on the defense, because you made a statement that if I had been the old Kim, it just wouldn't have went down like that. Because first of all, I'm just meeting these women. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know you that well.
No,
but
we really don't know each other.
I cannot believe that this is happening in front of Sarah. Definitely not the introduction I wanted her to have to the ladies. Cristal and Stacy need to maybe go to the side and talk about this later. Definitely not the time right now. At the end of the day, the lunch was great. I'm so happy I met Cristal and got to hear her story. I'm so happy that I met Kim and got to hear her story. And I want Sarah to benefit from the group that's been brought together already. I really hope we can all move past the nonsense and come together for each other. That's the whole point of us introducing ourselves, but I don't think that's gonna be really easy for Stacy. I do not want you to shut down, Stacy J.
I've been misunderstood all my life, so the best thing for me to do is to shut down.
No, it's not. Just
I need to process.
I give you that.
Stacy, you and me both know you know me, and you know I don't play that shit.
Next time on From the Bottom Up.
My name is Stacy J. Johnson, and I am the founder of the Single Girls Club. Can you hear me?
Choreography fees, the registration fee, it totals up to about $700.
I struggle to pay my rent every month. How am I going to get this money?
Tell me, how does he feel about me working with you?
I really don't care.
I would not inject silicone.
But you would drive drunk with the risk of killing someone.